it's Tenure, and I'm inviting you once again to come on with a journal with me. And in this one, I'm doing a massive catch-up because what happened was I got back from America and then I fell ill and got prescribed medication which didn't really work with me, and so I ended up being rather all sorts of interesting things happened, and I ended up off work for 2.5 weeks, and that allowed me to catch up on my American journaling with me. But that did also mean that I then had several weeks which I did not do anything. So I decided to bang it all into one spread, and I did get this picture off the internet. It is, I forget where I got it, but it's obviously not mine. And what I often do is I trace around it and then scribble on the back of it so that it transfers onto my paper, and then I can outline with a pen, which is what I'm duly doing here. And yes, I am doing Toothless because A, I love Toothless, and B, Jessica and myself, we went and watched the last How to Train Your Dragon, which is very, very cute. And yeah, one of my cats is called Toothless, so obviously we're massive fans of the dragon and the movie, and I had enormous fun with this. I didn't feel confident enough to actually draw it myself, which is why I traced it in the manner that I did, and then I tried my level best to watercolor it in a fashion that would do him justice. Not quite sure I got there, but I did have fun with it, and I am really enjoying doing this kind of thing in my journal. And yeah, shading and all sorts of things. Not brilliant, but he's not bad, is he? And yes, he meets his mate in the movie, and it's so cute because she's a Night Fury too. And just, yeah, if you haven't seen it, well, I mean, by now you probably would have done, but if you haven't, do give it a go. It's really, really cute. And there was a very brief flash of a new pencil bag that I've got. Yeah. It's rainbow, but you'll see that in the next one because I'm going to document it because it's just gorgeous. And I wanted to do his scales and I wasn't really sure how to, so I just grabbed this Jelly Roll pen and decided to do squiggles all over him. Not too bad either, actually. And then what I'm doing here is testing to see if I can get the colour of his eye. And so I figured a bit of yellow and green might do well. These pens do kind of bleed through on this paper. I have mentioned before I am using a Stalogy. Ooh, big excitement. I actually ordered the real deal. I ordered myself a Hobonichi, and it arrived, and I'm very, very excited about it, but it's an April start, so I'm gonna have to wait. which is really kind of going to frustrate me, but I do want to finish up this book. I don't want to just abandon it and start off in a new one just because, it's the new things are always shinier than the old ones. And yes, the paper did get very crinkly when I glued it together. As I've said before, I do glue 2 pages together each time because I find it just easier, especially with the way that I am doing artwork and decorating these pages. So I wanted to put in the receipt because, I don't know, normally I don't go to movies very often, and I was shocked and horrified at the price of them, so I decided to include a receipt of how much it cost me and Jessica just to go to the movies. I mean, that's without the popcorn and the sweet teas and the burger beforehand. It's not a cheap exercise, my golly gosh. So I figured putting a receipt in there is actually quite a nice idea, because maybe in 10 years' time I might look back and think, oh wow, it was so inexpensive to go. Look at it now. I have to say, though, that for the price of the movie, it's going to have to be an exceptional movie to make me go again. It wasn't even a 3D one. It was just a normal, bog standard movie. No fancy seats or anything. So yeah, I wasn't very impressed, but the movie was cute, so it all was not lost. And I have a couple of photos here. That photo is actually of Areep. Very kindly gave me one of her tote bags that she had made through Redbubble. Gorgeous bag. And what I did is I took all the pins, the pins that we got from Creativation, and I stuck them on the handle of a bag, and it just looks gorgeous. I am so excited about it, and it hangs with pride and joy in my room. I will use it. I just haven't worked out what I want to put in it to use. Maybe when I go on holiday or something. So yes, I did put a big heart around it because I just love it. And yeah, the photograph on the other side of that tip-in, which was a 3x4 pocket life card from my January Hip Kit Club kits, is that photograph there that I'm outlining now is one of Jessica and Tamsin. They took a selfie, and the other one is a selfie of Tamsin and her boyfriend. They went to a music festival, and I was playing around with filters in my software, you know, the app that I use to edit my photos. I know I'm so behind the times. Everybody's cottoned on to these, you know, putting stickers and things all over the place, but it always takes me considerable amount of time to cotton onto things sometimes. But yes, I do enjoy doing this. If you take you do a thick black border around your picture, and then you get a white pen and you can just do some doodles on there. And I'm just going through my magazine cutouts that I've harvested. This is a Daphne's Diary one. Even though the scene is a very wintry scene, I actually think it works so well because of the colors, and I just love the picture. I love the cat and the tree. It just appealed to me, and so I decided to pop it in there. And the reason why I took that particular magazine cutout of the lungs, because it looks super pretty with all those flowers representing the arteries and thingies of the lungs. It's also representing, you know, what happened with the disaster when I came back from the aeroplane. And as per usual, I have typed up my journaling, and I'm just going to pop that in there. There's not a massive amount of photographs. As I said, I am doing a lot of catch up. I think I did about 3 weeks in this one spread, but that's okay because that's just the way I'm doing it. I must admit I'm a bit concerned about the Hobonichi because that's daily pages, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to fit in with the way that I'm doing my journal with me's, but I've got enough time to give it some thought, like a month and a half. And that was a really bad selfie of me lying in the ER hospital bed waiting for blood tests to be done. It was all very dramatic, really. But all is well, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with me anymore. I am the picture of health and happiness, and so I'm very glad to report that. It was just a brief little blip on the health horizon, and as you know, as luck would have it, as Jessica and I were hurtling off to the ER, my car broke down as well. So yes, we had a lot of fun time. But it's fine, I can laugh about it now. And yeah, I'm taking some rub-ons, and these came in one of my Hip Kit Club kits, and I figured those are great fun to put in there. So I'm going to take some of the butterflies and just add them into the leaves of the tree there, just to give it a little bit of fun. And what's the word I'm looking for? Whimsical. There we go. Whimsical nature. And yeah, I really do love that cat up the tree. And yeah, I didn't much care for the lady in the picture, the little lady, so I covered her up with me. And that is pretty much it for this. I do see I have a little bit more of this video to go, but I think it's only just little bits and pieces that I'm going to be doing. So I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you're all having a fantastic day. And if you do journaling, I hope you're enjoying it. And if you do have a Hobonichi and you journal in that, pop me a comment below as to how you manage to keep it going if you're doing a daily one, because I really do think I'm going to struggle with that. But yeah, here we go. I'm going to say goodbye and have a fantastic day, and yeah, we're going to chat again soon sometime. Bye bye.